Hello everyone, we're starting Unit 2. We're going to be on Lesson 2.1, which is Connect Ratios, Rates, and Unit Rates. These are on pages 2 through 6, although in this video we will only be looking at pages 3 and 4. The I can statement in this one is I can use ratio concepts and reasoning to solve multi-step problems. Sorry guys. So the warm-up we're actually going to do in class, so you're going to actually skip on to page 3. Lesson 2.1, example 2, and again, we are on page 3. You can see it at the bottom. So this is from your book, but if you would like, we're going to do it in here. So now, Jennifer is a lifeguard at the same pool. She earns $137.25 for 15 hours of lifeguarding. How much does Jennifer earn per hour? So we can either use a table or a ratio to find the unit rate. So we're going to use the table by figuring out how do we get from 15 hours to 1 hour. Well, how do I get from 15 to 1? You're going to divide it by 15. 15 divided by 15 is 1. So I'm going to put my 137.25 here because in 15 hours she earned $137.25. So now I need to say, well, if I divided 15 by 15 to get 1 hour, I'm going to divide that 137.25 by 15 to get what that is. So go ahead, take your time and put it into your calculator. And you should have gotten $9.15 an hour. Now, what would that look like over here? If we were going to do a ratio, we're going to put our money on top and our hours on bottom. And we did this because we want to know how much money she makes per 1 hour. Whatever you're trying to find your single unit for is always going to be your denominator. So we put our 15 on the bottom, we put our 137.25 on the top, and then we're going to say, how do we get from 15 to 1 again? We divide by 15, and we're going to divide by 15 up there. So, and that'll get us again that 9.15. So you can do it as a ratio or you can do it as a table, and you'll still find your unit rate of $9.15 per 1 hour. So Jennifer earns $9.15 an hour. Now let's go on into example 2. Example 2 says Brian agrees to watch his neighbor's dog for 7 days. His neighbors provide 128 ounces, there's 2, 128 ounces bag of dog food for both dogs. Does Brian have enough food to feed the dogs all 7 days? And we got to explain how we know. Well, our first step is to use the unit rate to find how much each dog eats in 7 days. So we're going to start with Buster, the dog in blue. So if Buster eats 20.5 ounces in 2 days, well, how are we going to get from 2 to 1? Well, we divide by 2. So up here, I'm also going to divide by 2. 2 divided by 2 is 1. So now we need to do 20.5 and divided by 2. And you put that in your calculator, and you should get 10.25. So and there'll be ounces. So in 1 day, Buster eats 10.25 ounces. So now, well, I need actually 7 days. We don't need 1 day. We need to know how much he eats in 7 days. So now I need to go from 1 to 7. So I'm going to say, well, how do I get from 1 to 7 by multiplying or dividing? I'm going to multiply by 7. And if I do it down to the bottom, I got to do it to the top. So I multiply by 7 up here. So we're going to say, put in your calculator, 10.25 times 7, and you get 71.75. So he eats 71.75 ounces in 7 days. So now we need to figure out how much Roxy eats. So the same concept. You're going to go ahead and pause your video and see if you can figure it out. All right, welcome back. So now let's see if you did it correctly. We have 3 days, so we're going to divide by 3, which to get our 1 day. which means we're dividing by 3 up here. So you have 22.5 ounces divided by 3, which gives you 7.5 ounces. Well, we don't want 3 days, 1 day, we want 7, so we multiply by 7, and that should give you 52.5 ounces. Now, we figured it out for each dog, but we didn't want each dog. We need to know what both dogs eat together because he's watching both dogs and he only has 128 ounces. So, we're going to say 71.75 plus, and you remember we line up our decimals for this one, 52.5. Well, we have extra space, so I'm just going to put a 0 there as a placeholder. 5 plus 0 is 5. 7 plus 5 is 12. Add your carrier 1. 2 plus 1 is 3 plus 1 is 4. Bring down your decimal as well. And then 7 plus 5, again, we said is 12. So the dogs are going to eat 124 ounces, or 124.25 ounces. Is that enough? Well, yes, 124.25 is less than 128. So, yes, he will have enough. All right, guys, that's all I got for you. Tomorrow we will go over lesson 3. We'll do this together in class, and then you guys will do the try it, and then you'll have a Math Excel to do. On the next day, we will be doing the practice problem as your homework. If you have any questions, always feel free to message me on Canvas, or you can go ahead and email me. Either way, and I will see you guys tomorrow. Bye.